And it's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Eagles 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Devontae Smith, touchdown. Devontae Smith, 65 yards. And the Eagles get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Hurts will throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. Now he's into the clear again. Jamar Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 78 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. is confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to... Inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They're going to look to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
SEC violation.
No doubt.
And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Check pink. Go.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. The 20. 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Rashad Penny, 50 yards. And the Eagles take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
They'll try and throw for it. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 47-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Eagles! Chris Watkins, 77 yards. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this is back to a 5-point game. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. So he'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 31 on third down.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they work this well on field across the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for 1st and 10. Hurts fumbles it. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of the running back, take care of the ball, and try and move forward. And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now a 3rd down throw, and this is the time.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks. Here we go.
Cleveland now trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
True on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words. Make sure to tell him, if he doesn't have anything, get out of bounds. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is, because they've got to push it downfield.
Connecting with Mixon. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
You see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
But that incompletion reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Well, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Complete to Boyd. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. To throw, Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here comes 2nd down. Here's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. This crowd will try to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Burrow. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he will have the first down. He winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Burrow. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds picks it. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
This is 2nd and 8. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one's going to come down. Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make